Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Chief here, and this is our round 11 review and trades. So, not a great week again. Didn't really change much in my weekly. Still around 40k, and we'll get to why. But luckily, I only really dropped 1,000 or so ranks. So the last 2 weeks I've dropped about 1,000 ranks. Not ideal, but it still sort of puts us in the mix to get a top 1,000 finish. So I'm still positive. We'll go through the history and we'll see what we were doing last year. But overall, like, not ideal, but I think we have enough things in place to really climb post buys and during the buys. And I think this is where the good coaches will separate from the pack, and we'll see a big shift coming up. So just go quickly through the team. Sinclair, good again. So I won't really go over the good guys because they're just doing their job. So Ash, 95, I think he's just sort of doing that. I really did expect him to do a lot better in this game since they smashed him by so much, but it just seems like 95 and maybe Tons he's sort of like the new Clark of this season, essentially. So yeah, you can just stay there. Clark again, disappointing, just completely out of it in the first half or so, like just not doing anything. I think Luke Ryan, I just don't want Luke Ryan in the team so he can get more kick-ins. Until then, I think he's on the never again list. We'll see next season if Luke Ryan's still going to be on the list, but yeah, Clark's just been horrible this season. Don't know what happened compared to last season. Houston, horrible again. Just did nothing all game, basically did nothing, and then gets a 46. Like, really do hope he can turn it around. He did do it previously where he had a really low game and then eventually got a 130, so we'll just let him sit there. Got nothing we can do now about it. Maybe post buys, if we don't have many injuries, we can look to flip him, but realistically, like, who are you going to get in? There's not really anyone I really want at the moment, and we'll get to the upgrades. Lindsay, a bit disappointing, 55. I mean, he's a rookie. We're hoping that he could probably do well against Essendon. So he's just going to stay here. He's just going to help me through the buys. Coleman, again, like 70s to 80s there. That's what I expect. So not too upset with these two guys. And they'll go pretty soon. Dirksen was very good, 67. I would like him to make some money if he can get to like 250k, but it's not really important. He mostly just needs to play during the buys. O'Brien is one of the trades I made late last week, or just a few days ago. Essentially what I had done was I had Todd here and I had Tom here, the rookie. So I'll just undo my trades real quick. Yeah, so I had Todd here. I had Todd and this guy flipped around, and I had that Antashnopoulos guy here. And I was doing the quick planner, looking at the trades I could do, and the scores had come through for some of the players. And I basically needed Todd to get 60, minimum 60, so I could afford my trades. Otherwise, I would have been about 2k short. And I just didn't trust him to get the 60, so I ended up just getting in a loop again, because I really only have 2 loops at the moment. Like, Dirksen was meant to be a loop, but he's playing now, so I think he can afford to have 2 loops. I mean, White's obviously a loop, but it's not really important. And this sort of just lets me loop whoever's going to be my forward line around if I need to, and again, in my defense if I need to. So I wasn't too stressed about it. Ideally, 1 in each line is a max you'd probably want. So the money ended up coming in clutch. I was able to make my trades this week. So yeah, it was successful. Thankful for the quick planner to help me find those trades. Rechko, 107, did not expect that. So I ended up benching Walsh. Probably should have benched Brayshaw, but with Sarong out, Young out, I really did expect him to go 120 or something. Just do something. Just absolutely terrible pick again. Don't know what's wrong with him now. He's just completely lost his primo status. Maybe we'll look at him next season if he's going to be about 400k or so, like in the 400k range, sub low 500s. Maybe we'll look at him. But yeah, this guy, I don't know what's happened. It's very sad to see. Oliver finally has a ceiling game. He's just been thereabouts one of the best mids so far, and he's finally gone ahead and got a 140 for us. Bunt, pretty good. I think he probably could have got better than 120. He just sort of slowed down at the end. Butters, I heard he went to halfback for a bit. I didn't really watch this game, but whatever. Like he's still M1 for us. Dacos had the scans on his foot. Looks like he's all right. Actually was able to play well. Looks like they tagged Pendles for some reason. It must have been like a special game or something for him. Still, I don't understand why they wouldn't tag Dacos, but yeah, whatever. That's good for us. Finn, really expected more. Again, like Ash and Finn, I expected a bit more than this. Like Oliver was able to get off, but these two guys, I know Ash was tagged for a bit and he probably could have got better, but Finn wasn't really that tagged, so he could have done 120, and I really did expect him to do a lot. Melbourne hopefully doesn't get a tag. Probably like this run here, I should do well. But like then again here, he just didn't do any. Like these three were really, really favorable, and he only really averaged like maybe less than 100 here, all in all. Like his last 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is sub maybe 85 average. I'll probably use StatChief to go find it. Let's do it real quick. So let's say these guys, yeah, 87 average. So he's sort of fallen off as well. Like I know they'll tag games, but he's still got Essendon again and West Coast again, and there's a lot of favourable games coming up. So let's just hope he can do 120 for the home stretch post bye. Walsh, we'll put him back on the field. Yeah, a better game. Hopefully he can keep it up. We'll just see what happens. McCluggage, I don't understand what's happening with this guy. Back-to-back sub 60 games. Just insane. So let's have a look at... look at all these clangers he's had. And even the game before, just full of clangers. Not really getting much, like 23. 23 is not too bad, but... just not effective at all. 6 clangers this game. Yeah, I don't know what's happening with him. He just hasn't been playing as you expect. 46% kicking efficiency. The game before he had 25%. I mean, he normally averages around there. I don't know. He's averaging 68. Like I did not expect to lose money on this pick. That's kind of crazy to me, but I've lost like another 450k. I got him at like 480k or so again, disappointing. It's just pretty much our season. Grundy, I just knew he was not going to do well this game. I just knew it. I saw him trying so hard against Pies just to get that massive score and just really perform well to have one of those career games. But, when he's going to travel, and Geelong is not... They might have a good matchup since Edwards is there, but historically they're not actually been that good for Ruckman. And even... it shows positive here, and he should have been positive, but he just didn't do anything like what I expected. Like I expected a sub-ton, honestly. I just had that feeling after I saw Cherry sort of just miss the 120. I would have taken the 120 had he got it. I just had a feeling that he's going to get a 95. And a lot of people went Roberts into Grundy. So those guys were burnt as well. But yeah, I just had a feeling in my gut not to captain him. But honestly, like, who would I have really done? I wouldn't have done Oliver. I was scared of the tag here. Maybe would have done Bont. I probably should have done one of these two guys, honestly, but yeah, it is what it is. Like, comes off a 200, gets a 95. I did say last video he's prone to the 90s. Like, he always pulls him out sometimes, but he can also go on this 130 plus run. So let's just hope that this run here is just going to be 130. And like, the two guys I paid 680k for, they're averaging under 100 each. So yeah, this is why I never pay up for anyone. But you know, I had the money and I had to get some Ubers in. Apparently they're meant to be Ubers, but they're just frauds. Let's see. We pick them for the season, not just for a couple of games. So you know, I expect them next week to really bounce back. Jackson bounced back. Yeah, did a good job. Sort of went under the radar. Didn't really pay attention. Did a good job. Sheasel, good matchup on Gold Coast. They did versus Gold Coast, I'm pretty sure. Let me just double check. Yeah, they beat Gold Coast, I'm pretty sure, after the siren. Yeah, so probably should have captained him. Went with Cherry instead. I think I said last video he was an option. I just should have backed it in. Petrarca, yeah, pretty good. Rankin, I just absolutely knew he was going to get injured. He's just so prone to getting those injuries after doing an explosive action, and it was 8 degrees in Tasmania. I just knew he was going to pop an injury. He's just going to do something where he just runs. I remember not long ago he was running on the wing and popped a hammy. Not long after that, he's done like another hammy, and there was a hammy scare when he did this jump. So it was just pretty much coming. He always does it, and in the cold, it was just perfect conditions for him. So pretty frustrated. I did wish they would have managed him a bit. He was just sort of going off in the first half, and they probably should have swapped Rankin with him a little. I mean, Chelly with him a little bit. Just the history's there, and they should have known that. So why would they just straight put him full mid and not sort of manage him? He didn't even just come off an injury that long ago. He had an injury. And the weather, yeah, it's just frustrating. Yeah, you could see it coming. Flanders been awesome. Yeah, lucky we kept him. Never really thought about trading him. Lombard, he's going to be going this week. Philippou has back-to-back 80, so he's sort of turned it around now, doing what we sort of expected in the preseason. Pretty happy with that. I will keep him for a little bit, but he'll go for Cosy for me. Todd, disappointing pick, and Cherry, 114. He could have been a lot more, but his TOG was pretty down for some reason, and it was down the week before too. So let's just double check. So I had 66 TOG. Normally he gets 70% TOG. And you'd think if he did get that 70% TOG, he probably would have gone 120. So yeah, the last 3 weeks he's been going 60% thereabouts, and normally he does 80% plus. So he must have something going on here. I think he sat out one of the last quarters. So this one he sat out the last quarter. This game against Grundy, maybe something happened. Maybe he picked up an injury or just a strain or something, and he's sort of been managing it. I'm hoping that after the bye, he's back to full fitness. Let's see. Otherwise, yeah, it's going to be very disappointing that I picked him for the price. I had known he had this injury, I probably wouldn't have picked him. But yeah, like, I'm really hopeful that if we just check our history, so we're about 8k, and last season at this time we were roughly around 2k. Yeah, so 2k, and then we had a donut this round and got a 1800 and bounced to 4k. But if you can get consistent top 5k and even like top 2k weeklies, you can make it back into the zone, like top 1k zone. So I am hopeful. If I can get a top 1k finish, I'll be pretty happy. And essentially, like, no one plan, like, the good coaches will plan for buys and the bad coaches might have just gone lucky up to this point. And this is really where it separates now. There's not much luck you can get during the buys. It's all pretty much your planning that you've put in, all the work you've put in. So let's see how the buys go. I'm hoping for a few ceiling rounds. And I really want to start hitting 2500s post buy, even 2600s, and try and really make some ground back. So this week our trades will be Lombard's gonna go, Todd's gonna go, Milan swings forward, Anderson goes, and then we get Max Holmes, and then we're gonna get Ison and Banfield. So the plan is next, let's just get these guys on field first. Okay, that's fine. That's fine. And who will we captain? Probably definitely going to be captaining, or vice captain Grundy, and probably captain Bont. Let's just say that for now. Alright, so the plan is after this round, we're going to be getting Cozzy in. So for Cozzy, we're going to get rid of Philippou and get rid of Rechko. So Rechko still has decent amount of money to make. If you can go 70-70, I think you can make an extra 60k or something like that, 50-60k. I don't really need the money, so I'm not too stressed about it. I do need the points on field. And I don't like him sitting on the bench making 30k is not really going to make a difference for me. So Philippou will come here. Rankin he's probably going to be out anyway, but Rankin will come here, and Milan's going to be F6 for now. And he's been able to do a bunch of 90s if you can just not tag. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 plus 85 games. So I think he's going to be a solid F6. I've been debating if I should even waste trades to get an F6 here, like a Hornet or something, but what's the point? Like, if he can get 80s to 90s, I'd rather use those trades to do sideways. So once we get Cozzy here, we will be getting Lindsay Coleman out. Holmes swings to the back line, Butters comes in, and we get Nas here. So that's defense finished. Midfield's finished. The only thing is Milan. And then so that's 1, 2, 3, 4 trades. We'll still have 8 trades left. And essentially our team's finished. Yeah, pretty sure that's our team finished, right? F6 don't care. So now 8 trades. How do I get Heaney and Baz in? So if I trade these two guys, I have 200k left. So let's get the calculator. You can use the planner if you'd like. I just want to do this quickly. So I think Philippou's 350 and Rechko will probably be 300, and I have about 20k. And Cozzy's about 470k. Maybe he might even drop if he doesn't hit his break even. So I've got 200k left. These two guys are 385k each. So where'd my calculator go? So let's say 380 times 2 plus 200. 960k. Take Nas, who's about 560k. I've got 400k left over after I've finished my team, right? So that's why I'm not really caring about money. That means these three guys, or even Houston, maybe I do Houston, but one of these four guys I can trade to Baz. So even if I trade Brayshaw up, 200k up, I still have 200k. So I can get Walsh, Brayshaw, or even McCluggage, like two of these guys to Baz and Heaney, and I still have 8 trades left. Oh no, so there'll be 2 trades. So I have 6 trades left. Still got a bit of cash because of these rooks. I feel like I'm in a good position. I'd rather get Baz and Heaney instead of an F6. I just don't see the point. Baz and Heaney can do 150s, even like 170s. What is the difference between Milan and Hornet or whoever else is going to be here? Like 20 points max per week, where this could be like, nearly 100 points if it's a good week. Like if Hornet gets an 80 and one of these guys gets a 180, or like, I know it's high, but it's like 50 plus points. So there's no point getting in an F6 here. So that's basically my plan. 6 trades post buy, full primo, full Ubers. There's no one missing except Gorn. What could go wrong at this stage? Really bullish that I will get a top 1k finish, but it's just going to be my luck that I trade in these guys and they'll get injuries, and at least we've got 6 trades left. So that's the plan basically. I'm sort of checking out now that I've sort of finished what I'm going to be doing for the season. Is sort of just maintaining it until round 24. So I'll keep focusing on the site. Like the trade plans aren't going to do anything. I don't really care about any rookies, so I'm not really watching many games anymore. And yeah, we'll just keep updates to see our rank each week. So thanks for tuning in, guys, and I'll probably see you next week.